Baik, kita mulai kembali. Participant number 31.
Friends, today I would like you to tell stories about the legend of Bukit Sengala. Have you even heard the story before? Okay, now let me tell you, so please listen to me carefully. Once upon a time, in the land of Muaro Jambi, in Jambi Regency, there lived a wise and powerful village leader named Dato Sengala. He was known not only for his leadership, but for a mystical strength that protected his village from harm. And it was known secret only to him. Do you know, friends, Dato Sengala's greatness didn't go unnoticed. Among those who watched from afar was Dato Danolamo, a rival village leader filled with jealousy. Eager to possess the same strength, he began searching to uncover Sengala's secret. Then an idea struck. He remembered that Sengala had a beautiful and kind-hearted daughter. If his son could marry her, perhaps they could learn the secret hidden within Sengala's power. One afternoon, the princess was seen resting after playing with her majestic white tiger. Then she sat with her father and had conversation. "My daughter," said Dato Sengala gently, "our village is kept safe by a silver keris, a sacred dagger that makes us invisible to enemies. I received it during on-deep meditation, and the keris lies buried under a great rambi tree with yellow fruits. But you must promise me this: no matter what happens, keep this secret. Because if the keris is ever taken, our village will be in a grave danger." The princess promised to keep that secret. Time passed. One day, she tried to find the rambi tree. "I love the mountain, I love the rolling hills, I love the flowers, I love the daffodils, I love the fireside when the lights are low. Dum diara, dum diara." Oh friends, she luckily found it. It was tall, white, and heavy with yellow fruits. Curious, she picked one and tasted it. The fruit was sweet, but she accidentally choked on a seed and fainted under the tree. As night fell, Dato Sengala became worried. He and the villagers searched far and wide, but the princess was nowhere. Do you know, friends, the princess had been rescued by a young man, the son of Dato Danolamo. He won the princess' trust and soon her heart. In time, they married and settled in Danolamo's village. But the young man's true intention slowly revealed themselves. "My love," he said one evening, "how can I earn your father's blessing and enter Sengala's village? Wouldn't it be better if I had the same power as your father to protect our people in Danolamo's village?" The princess hesitated, torn between love and loyalty. But after much persuasion, she told the secret of the silver keris. The moment she did, her heart sank. Without delay, the young man and his guard set off to the rambi tree and unearthed the silver keris. Far away, Dato Sengala felt something was wrong. He rushed to the rambi tree and found it fallen, the sacred keris gone. And knowing danger was near, he returned to the village and gave one last command. For all the villagers, to bring soil to his house. And together they buried until it formed a tall hill, covering all inside. The next day, Dato Danalama's army arrived. Of course, they found Dato Sengala's hiding place. Hey, Dato Danalama! Come out or we'll destroy this hill! But there was only silence. They began to dig and boom! A cannon hidden inside the hill erupted, blasting the army away. Dato Danalama, his son, and their entire force were wiped out. And the stolen silver keris flew from their hands and back into the earth. And the hill sealed itself again. Dato Sengala and his people were never to be seen again. Now that hill still stands in Muara Jambi. Locals call it Bukit Sengala or Bukit Perak. Well, friends, from this story we can learn that don't betray because you'll never know the impact will be mind-blowing. Well, that's all from my story. Thank you very much for your nice attention. See you later!
5 menit lebih 43,10 detik. Next participant number 32.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. The honorable ones, the judges, the participants of English storytelling contest and all audiences. Let me introduce myself. I am the participant number 32. My name is Mala Diah Puspita. Thanks to the committee who has given me a chance to tell my story. Before I begin to tell my story, I would like to invite you to thank to Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala, who has given us mercy and blessing, so we can meet together in this blessing place. And also let's deliver salawat and salam to our Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, who has brought us from the darkness to the brightness. On this occasion, I would like to tell you a story about Malin Kundang. Okay, let's listen. Long time ago, in a small village near in Pet, Sumatra, lived a woman and her son. They were Malin Kundang and his mother. Malin's mother was a single parent due to Malin's father that had passed away since Malin was a kid. Malin had to live hard with his mother. Although they work hard, but they are still poor. One day, Malin asked his mother to allow him to get a job in a big city. Malin said, "Mom, I want to go to big city to get a better job so that we have a better life. Please allow me, Mom." His mother answered sadly, "Please don't leave me alone, son. You are my only son. I really love you." Finally, with a hard feeling, his mother said, "All right, son, I want you to go, but you must keep your promise to go back home." Malin answered happily, "All right, Mom, I will be back and make you happy someday." In the early morning, Malin went to go big city by a ship. After years, Malin became a rich merchant and had a beautiful wife. But he forgot his promise to his mother. One day, Malin's wife asked him to go for vacation. So Malin prepared a big luxury ship and everything to sell. However, a big storm came and hit Malin's ship. Therefore, Malin's ship come in the closest island. You know, audience, it was the island where Malin was born. Many people came to see the big like sail ship. They saw Malin in that ship. They saw that Malin's come! Malin's come! Malin's mother heard that. She was shocked and happy. She ran to meet Malin. She said, "Is that you, Malin? Is that you, my beloved son? Oh, thanks God. You go home, Malin. I'm your mother. Do you remember me?" But Malin's wife was shocked and said, "Son? She said that you her son? Is that true, Malin?" But Malin said arrogantly, "Mother, oh no, my dear. I don't know his poor old woman." Then Malin said, "Hey, you old woman, get out of my ship." Audience, Malin's mother began sadly. "Malin, my son, do you remember your promise? Why are you so cruel? I'm your mother." Then Malin said, "No, you're not my mother. My mother was dead." Audience, Malin's mother cried loudly. She got out of the ship while crying and kneeling on the ground. "Oh my God! What happened to me? Please help me, my God!" Audience, do you know what happened next? Suddenly, the wind blew hard, the sky was getting dark, and the storm destroyed Malin's ship. Malin cried loudly, "Mother! Mother! Please help me! Forgive me, please, Mother! Mother!" But it was too late. She cast him into a stone. Now you can see the stone in Air Manis Beach, Padang, West Sumatra. Well, happy audience, do you want to recall from the stories? Recall from the stories. First, never give up to get your success. Second, always keep your promise to everyone. And the third, love and respect your parents, especially your mother. Make her happy and never hurt her. The judges and audiences, it's all my story. So forgive me if there are many mistakes in my story. And don't miss me, guys. Bye-bye. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
6 menit 01.52. 6 menit 01.52. Yeah. Participant number 33.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, judges, audience, how are you guys? I hope you're all doing well today. Okay, I am Fatihah Mazir Rahman, going to tell you guys a story about the crying stone. Ladies and gentlemen, have you ever heard of a girl so beautiful yet so ungrateful that she turned into stone? Well, let me take you to a quiet village in Kalimantan. It all started a long time ago. Once in a small village lived a poor widow and her only daughter. The daughter, oh, she was beautiful. Her skin was fair, her hair long and shiny, her face like the moon on a clear night. But her heart hard as a stone. Every day, her mother worked hard in the fields, while the girl spent hours looking in the mirror. Mother, I'm too beautiful to work under the hot sun, she said. The mother only sighed. Beauty is nothing without kindness, my child. One day, they went to the market together. The girl wore her finest dress and jewelry. The villagers admired her beauty. But when people asked, "Is that your mother?" she said, No, she's just my servant. Yeah, she's just my servant." The mother's heart broke, but she stayed silent. She thought, maybe she will change one day. On the way home, it began to rain. The road was muddy, and the mother struggled to walk. She called out, my daughter, please help me, my daughter." "You'll make my dress dirty. Walk behind me." Villagers saw this and whispered, "How can she treat her mother like that?" The mother felt humiliated. Her heart was heavy with sadness. Finally, the mother cannot hold back her tears. She fell to her knees, her voice trembling. Oh God, if she is truly my daughter, punish her, turn her into stone." Suddenly, the sky darkened. The girl laughed at first, but then she felt her legs stiffen. Her laughter turned into screams. "Mother, what's happening to me? Mother, please help me. Forgive me, please, Mother." Stone crept up her body, her knees, her waist, her chest. Tears streamed down her face, and before she could say another word, she was gone. A statue stood where she had been. Even today, in that village, they say you can see a stone of a girl. Her face wet with rain, as if she is still crying. From the story, we can take a lesson that beauty will fade, but a kind heart will shine forever. Never forget the one who raised you. For a mother's tears can be a blessing or a curse. Thank you for your time and attention. I'm Fatihah Mazia Rahman. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
4 menit 55,27. 4 menit 55,27. Participant number 34.
Good morning to the honorable judges, respected teachers, and all amazing friends from across the nations. God bless you. Today, I will tell you a story that is known across generations. A story from the land of Minangkabau, entitled Is Malin Kundang. Let's begin. Long ago, in a village near Padang, West Sumatra, lived a widow named Mak Kundang. She was poor in money, but rich in love. She had a son, Malin, the only treasure she had left after her husband died. died at sea. Marlene, we may not have a God, but we have each other, and that is enough. Marlene was a smart, strong, and curious boy. He often looked at the oceans and whispered, "One day, I'll cross that sea. I'll be so much great, Ma. I promise." Mak Kundang smiled, though her heart was heavy. Years passed, and one day, a large merchant dock anchored near their village. Marlene saw it as his chance. "Ma, please let me go. I'll walk. I'll return rich. I'll build you a house with the golden windows." Mak Kundang wiped her tears. "Marlene, my son, if you must go, then go. But remember, no matter how far you sail, never forget the shore you came from." Marlene worked hard. He was a clever, fast, ambitious. He climbed from a poor deck boy to be a successful trader. Soon, he married a daughter of a rich nobleman. He wore silk, he dined with governors, he had everything except one thing: gratitude. He never wrote, he never sent news, he forgot the hands that raised him. Meanwhile, back in the village, Mak Kundang waited. Every morning, she stood by the shore with a scarf in her hand. The villagers often whispered, "She's still waiting? She's mad. She's just all over my chasing shadows." But Mak Kundang always answered, "No, a mother never stopped waiting. Never." One cloudy afternoon, a majestic ship docked at the village. The people cheered, "A prince and wife! A prince and wife!" Mak Kundang, now weak and quail, had a scarf and smiled. "It's him! It's my Marlene! Marlene! Look at you! You returned!" Marlene's froze. The noble stared. His wife looked confused. This woman is not my mother. God, take her away now." Mak Kundang dropped her scarf. The crowd fell silent. "Marlene, my dear boy, have God silenced your heart? Have God silenced your heart?" Still Marlene turned away. Mak Kundang knelt. She didn't scream. She prayed, "Ya Allah, if he no longer sees me as a mother, then let the world remember what happens when love is forgotten." Suddenly, the sky darkens, the waves roared, the wind howled like a mother's cry. Marlene went to his ship, but the sea no longer listened. Thunder struck, and when the storm ended, there on the shore stood a figure made of a stone, kneeling forever. They say you can still see the scarf at his feet woven into the rock. Not as a curse, but as a reminder. Dear friends, we live in a modern world. We talk about dreams, success, ambitions, but never let those things make us forget the ones who taught us how to walk. Malin's stories teaches us that success without respect is failure. Growth without wood leads to wood, and a mother's prayer never fades. Thank you for listening to my story. God bless us all.
5 menit 58,98 5 menit 58,98 Participant number 35. We repeat again, participant number 35. Peserta nomor urut 35. Baik, kita hitung sama-sama. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Participant number 36.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. Let me introduce myself. My name is Muhammad Akbar Syahriza. Honorable judges, respected teacher, and my beloved friends, it's a great honor for me to stand here today and take part in this storytelling competition. The story I'm going to tell you is the most well-known traditional folk tales from Indonesia. It is a tale full of lessons about respect, gratitude, and the consequence about arrogance. The title of my story is Malin Kundang, the Ungrateful Son. Once upon a time, in a quiet village by the sea, lived a poor widow with her only son. His name was Malin Kundang. They were poor, but the mother worked every day, washing clothes, carrying firewoods, and selling rice at the market, all for her son. One day, Malin said, "Mother, let me go. I want to sail across the sea. I want to change our lives." The mother cried, "My son, if you must go, then go. But promise me, never forget your mother." And so, Malin left. Days turned to months, months into years, but Malin never came back. One day, a huge ship arrived at the harbor. People shouted, "It's Aris Merton! It's Aris Merton! His name is Malin Kundang!" The mother ran, barefoot, crying with all her strength. "Malin, my son, you are home." But Malin stepped back. "I don't know you, old woman. Don't call me your son." The mother raised her hands to the sky and whispered, "Dear God, if you truly my son, and he denies me, let the earth punish him." Suddenly, boom! The sky turned dark, thunder roared, and wave crashed. Before everyone else, Malin turned to stone, and that stone still stands today by the shore. A reminder that no matter how rich you become, no matter how far you go, never forget your mother. I think that's all that I can deliver today. Forgive for my mistake. Thank you.
2 menit 51,33 2 menit 51,33 The next participant, participant number 37.
Who do you think you are? Running around leaving scars, collecting your jar of hearts, tearing love apart. You're gonna catch a cold from the eyes inside your soul. So don't come back for me. Who do you think you are? Hi everyone. How are you today? Are you good? Well, have you ever heard of a stone that cries? Not because of the wind or the rain, but because of a broken heart? Well, today I'm Zahiru Raski Kusumahadi. I am going to tell you the story about the legend of Crying Stone. Once upon a time, in a small village in Kalimantan, Indonesia, there lived a poor widow and her only daughter. The daughter was very beautiful, but sadly, she was also very spoiled, arrogant, and ungrateful. Despite their poverty, the mother always tried to provide everything her daughter wanted. The daughter hadn't been seen with her mother, especially when they went to the market. She was ashamed of her mother's old and rich clothes. So, every time they went out together, she forced her mother to walk behind her. The villagers often watched this behavior with sadness. But the mother never complained. Her heart was full of love, and she accepted everything her daughter did with patience. Other side, the mother's heart was filled with sorrow. Despite her daughter's coldness, she still hoped that one day her beautiful child would change and remember the sacrifice that had been made. But the daughter's pride only grew stronger. She never looked back. One day, on their way to the market, they passed by many people. They asked who the old woman behind her. The daughter said that she was only Zervin. The mother was heartbroken, hearing her daughter deny the relationship. Tears welled up in her eyes, but she said nothing. At that very moment, something strange began to happen. The sky turned dark, the wind howled loudly, and thunder rumbled. Then, right before everyone's eyes, the girl's body started to turn into stone. From her feet, slowly creeping up to her head. The daughter screamed and begged for forgiveness. But it was too late. The transformation completed. She became a statue, a crying stone, with tears still flowing from her eyes. The mother could only weep, but deep in her heart, she hoped this story will be remembered. A reminder for every child to always love and respect their parents. And until this day in Kalimantan, people say the crying stone still stands. Silent, crying, forever telling a story of pride, regret, and a mother's unconditional love. No matter how far we go in life, we must never never forget the people who raised us. Beauty fades, fame fades, but mother's love is forever. Respect your parents while you still can, because regret has no voice, only tears. Well, that's all my story. Thank you for your attention. See you.
5 menit 24,95. 5 menit 24,95. The next participant number 38.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. To the honorable judges, teachers, and all my friends, I am Regina. Let's listen my story. And the title of my story is Bawang Merah and Bawang Putih. Once upon a time in East Java lived a beautiful girl named Bawang Putih. Her father had passed away, and she lived with her stepmother and stepsister, and they treated her badly. Bawang Putih, from this moment, you have to clean the house, guard the house, wash the clothes, and cook delicious meal. Ha ha ha! But mother, no, but you must obey my rule. What do you think? I love you? Oh no, I hate you. Why must I come to my stepdaughter, huh? Okay, ladies and gentlemen. One morning, Bawang Putih was washing some clothes in a river. And suddenly, her sister's clothes were washed away by the river. She was very worried, so she walked along the riverside to find the clothes. Oh my gosh, my sister's dress were washed away by the river. I must find it immediately. Ladies and gentlemen, then she went home. Unfortunately, she could not find the dress. At home, her sister asked her, "Where is my dress? Have you washed it?" Did you hear me? Where is it? Your clothes were washed away. What? You lost it? Mom, Bawang Putih washed my dress and she lost it. What? You lost the dress? It's so expensive, you know. Now you have to find it or you won't have dinner tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, Bawang Putih was so sad. She stuck along the river to search her sister's dress. But suddenly, she met an old woman. She said that she kept the dress and will give them back to Bawang Putih if she helped the old woman do her housework. After everything was finished, the old woman returned the clothes. Thank you so much for helping me out, Bawang Putih. Use a reward. Let me offer my pumpkin. There are small one and bigger one. Which one do you want? I think the small pumpkin is enough for me. Thank you for your kindness, old woman. Anytime, sweetheart, answered the old woman. Ladies and gentlemen, after thanking the old woman, Bawang Putih then went home. When she arrived at home, her stepmother and Bawang Merah were angry. They had been waiting for her all day long. Bawang Putih then talked about the clothes, the old woman, and the pumpkin. Her mother was very angry, so she grabbed the pumpkin and smashed it to floor. Suddenly, they all were surprised. Inside the pumpkin, they watched a walrus. Bawang Merah, hurry up, go to the river and throw my clothes into water. After that, find the old woman. Remember, you have to take the big pumpkin, so we will be rich. Ha ha ha. Ladies and gentlemen, Bawang Merah immediately went on the river. She found the clothes and pretended to search them. Not long after that, she met the old woman. "What are you doing right there?" asked the old woman. I am looking for my dress," replied Bawang Merah. "Oh, I kept your dress, but if you want me to return it, you have to do the housework for me," sighed the old woman. "You are a terrible woman! Give me back my dress!" she screamed. "Sorry, young lady, I didn't mean to steal your dress. I just kept it." Oh, don't make a sad story. Now because of your fault, you have to give me the big pumpkin. Ladies and gentlemen, the old woman then gave her the big one. Bawang Merah was so happy, she ran very fast. When she arrived home, her mother was impatient. She directly smashed the pumpkin to the floor. They were screaming. There were a lot of snakes inside the pumpkin. They were really afraid. The snake walked by them. Mom, I think God just punished us. We had done bad thing to Bawang Putih, and God didn't like that. We have to apologize to Bawang Putih, cried Bawang Merah. Finally, both them raised their mistakes. They apologized and Bawang Putih forgave them. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, from this story, we can learn that please be kind to others and don't be greedy. Okay, thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
5 menit 01.67 detik. 5 menit 01,67 detik. Participant number 39.
Cek. Psst, can I ask you something? If you ever told a little lie, be honest, don't worry, your nose isn't growing yet. Good afternoon, honorable judges, respected teacher, and dear friends. My name is Lanang Palosa, and today I'm going to tell you about very special boy. Well, actually, it's not exactly a boy. He's a wooden puppet. And his name is Pinocchio. And every time he lies, his nose will grow longer and longer. So, here is the story. Once upon a time, there was a kind old man named Chipito. He lived alone in a little workshop and made beautiful wooden toys. But more than anything, he wished for a child of his own. One day, Chipito carved a wooden puppet that looked just like a little boy. I will call you Pinocchio, he sighed with a smile. That night, he wished upon a star. Please, let Pinocchio become a real boy. A kind fairy heard his wish. She flew into the workshop and waved her magic wand. Pinocchio, she sighed, you are alive now. If you're brave, kind, and tell the truth, one day you will become a real boy. When Geppetto woke up and saw Pinocchio moving and talking, he could hardly believe it. Papa, look, I can walk! Pinocchio cheered, wobbling on his wooden feet. Geppetto laughed and hugged him tight. The next day, Geppetto gave Pinocchio a lunch and sent him to school. Be good, listen to your teacher and go straight there, he reminded him. But on the way, Pinocchio heard music and laughter. Pinocchio was curious. He ran off with the boys and forgot all about school. At the puppet show, the corn cheered when Pinocchio danced. But Pinocchio missed Geppetto. I need to go home, he sighed. On his way back, a silly fox and sneaky cat stopped in. Where are you going, little wooden boy? Asked the fox. Go home to my papa, Pinocchio sighed. Why not your playing in the coin in the magic field? They all grow into a tree full of gold. The fox lied. Then Pinocchio gave his coin. But fox ran away. Hey, come back, Pinocchio stuttered. He felt sad and foolish. Suddenly, the fairy appeared. Pinocchio, what's happened? Pinocchio was scared and told like, I I did do anything wrong, he sighed. Right away, his smooth nose grew longer. Oh no! He cried. The fiery smile kindled and sighed. Every time you lie, your nose will grow. Pinocchio promised to be honest from now. I just want to go home to Papa, he sighed. He ran and jumped into the sea. Splash! And in the water, he found something hugging a hook whale. And inside the whale belly was Papa. Pinocchio! Geppetto gets swallowed by the whale too. We have to get out of here, Pinocchio sighed. They tackled the whale's tummy. Achoo! The whale sneezed so hard and they escaped. They swam back to home safely. Back home, Pinocchio had Geppetto and around his home. That night, the fairy came again. Pinocchio, you have proven yourself, she said. She touched him with her wand, and suddenly he is no longer made of wood. I am a real boy, Pinocchio cheered, hugging Geppetto. From then on, Pinocchio never laughed again. So, my friend, if one day your nose feel getting a little longer, maybe, just maybe, it's time to tell the truth. Thank you, and remember, be brave, be kind, and keep your nose exactly what is it. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
5 menit 44,90. 5 menit 44,90. Yeah. The last participant for the first session, participant number 40.
Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. The honorable jurists and audiences of storytelling contest Sukoharjo Regency 20 and 25. Thanks to Almighty God for His mercy and blessing, so we can meet in this blessing place. And today I will tell you a famous story from East Java, and the title is Golden Snail. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure most of you know about it, but I will make the story more interesting for you. Are you ready? Alright, listen to my story. Long time ago, there lived a king of Daha Kingdom named Kerta Marta. He had two daughters named Dewi Kaluh and Chandra Kirana. Chandra Kirana was a very beautiful and kind girl, but her sister was an evil. One day, Chandra Kirana engaged to a prince of Kahuripan Kingdom named Raden Inu Kertapati, who was handsome and wise. Ladies and gentlemen, this engagement made Dewi Kaluh invite to her sister. Then she went to a witch to harm Chandra Kirana. The witch agreed to do what Dewi Kaluh asked. Then, when Chandra Kirana was walking around in the village garden, the witch came and trusted her. She transformed her into a golden snail. Ladies and gentlemen, one day an old woman came into her house. However, One day, an old woman was looking for fish in the river using nets. Surprisingly, she got the net, a golden snail. Then she went to river to look for fishes, but unfortunately, she didn't get any fish. She was disappointed and go back to her house. However, when she arrived at her house, she was very surprised to see a lot of delicious dishes had been presented on the top of the table. Okay, finally, Chandra Kirana and Raden Indu Kertapati were married and happy after life. Okay, the moral value of this story is the truth will defeat the evil. And we shouldn't get jealous to our friends or sibling. Okay, thanks for you listening. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
2 menit 57,65. 2 menit 57,65. And ladies and gentlemen, this is the all of participants in the session, the first session. And now please give applause for all participants.